So back a couple years ago, my brother actually won the World Championships for the first time. And I'm going to be reading a piece that he wrote about the process. I booked a flight to Dublin and got a suitcase out of the attic. A week later, I said goodbye to my friends, my family, my business partners, my cats, and boarded a plane across the Atlantic. I left behind everything I knew and flew into the unknown with nothing but 2 suitcases and a burning desire to win a world championship title. Here's why. I was fed up with myself. After 17 years of Irish dancing, I still hadn't come anywhere close to achieving my childhood goal of winning the Worlds. I'd been 8th in the world, 5th, 4th, but never on top of the podium. I'd never even broken the top 3 and held my own globe. One day, I hit a breaking point. I told myself I either needed to quit dancing forever or go do whatever it takes to win a Worlds. Those were the only 2 options, no more half commitment. So I did the one thing I knew would force me to evolve. I picked up my life and business and moved to a strange new world where I could reinvent myself. When I arrived in Dublin, the first few months were a shock. I'd never been in my life seen so clearly my inadequacies as a dancer, a performer, and an athlete. I was surrounded by people, both in class and in competitions, who were flat out better than me. Better technique, better fitness, better style. It was humbling. For most of my life, I viewed myself as a world-class dancer. In truth, I was only ever a shadow of my true potential. How did I respond? I started taking in every tiny detail from my teachers and from the people around me. The little nuances of technique, the style and confidence of the dancers who were winning. All the things that I could find that people did better than me. Every time I felt inadequate, I found out why and did my best to fix it with the help of my teachers. 9 months later, I held a world champion globe in my hands. Only it didn't feel the way I expected. After all these years, I thought that when I won the Worlds, I would feel like a king, like a master of the tiny universe that is Irish dancing. And I did, for a day or 2 anyway. And then I went back to normal and I realized the journey to get here brought me more joy than winning ever could. Learning the technical nuances, gaining humility and perspective, hitting small milestones along the way, working with my brilliant teachers to totally reinvent my style and choreography. Learning to push myself through the days when all I wanted to do was pack up and fly back to the world I knew. These were the true victories. The Champions Globe was nothing more than a cherry on top. When you learn to fall in love with the process, it doesn't matter what the outcome is, because you've already won. This wasn't easy for me to learn, and it isn't always easy for me to put into practice. The world tells us that outcomes matter more than anything else, and outcomes do matter. But falling in love with the process is the only way I've found to generate happiness that doesn't depend on external events. If your goal is to learn and improve, and you can fall in love with this process, then no matter what happens, you win. So I'm actually going to be dancing The Lodge Road. It's a set piece. In lieu of, I tried to learn choreography that my brother actually danced at the Worlds, but it was out of my range of possibilities, so I'm just going to do something that I know very well.